morning. Well, I had in mind to do a little video this morning to explain to you something that's curious, and I realized we never spoke about this yet. So you may not know, but one of the ways that Google has to identify and to rate how qualitative websites are is done by human beings. So there are thousands of quality raters. They are called search quality raters. They are contracted all the time through Google, who says 10,000, hundreds of thousands. There are many. And anyone can apply to become a quality rater. You just have to commit to work. I think it's like 15 hours per week, and they paying again around $15 per hour. But it is interesting because the guidelines that they are given to evaluate the content, the pages that they find online, they're published, so anyone can see them. If you can stand the read of it, because it's quite a long content. I can link it to you here. It's 168 pages. But there are quite a number of nice, interesting insights in the guidelines that they give. The quality raters are not to be mixed with the web spam team. The web spam team are the people who actually can flag a site to be deemed as worthy of a penalization because it's a spammy website. But the quality raters, actually, they have to analyze sites and to rate the quality of the site. So what they have in their guidelines basically shows us where Google wants to go with their results and which criteria they give importance to. So it's always an important reminder. And I think there are a little bit of points that I think I wanted to remind you, because you can have the confirmation that some of the things need to be done, and that's one of the reasons why. So, for example, basically what they need to rate is called EAT, like EAT. EAT. It's an acronym which stands for expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And this is used in their ranking systems. Basically, the expertise that you need to show is something that you need to have earned throughout the time, and you need to be able to prove your expertise. So, for example, if you are a food blogger and you want to advise people on the best food for the celiac disease, the best diet or specific diets. The problem is that sometimes you may go too much into the medical science, the medical sector, and the medical sector is particularly those fields. They are called YMOYT, your money or your life, basically, which is the medical, the legal, and these fields. And money. So if you need to get advice on these topics, you need to really have a strong EAT level. So if you're in the medical, in the legal, in the economical, for example, field, then this becomes particular importance, because if you want to have advice on taxes or on law, you really need to be finding a very reliable source. But the expertise that you need to show, it is piling up over the years, as it happens in real life. So it happens online in your digital footprint. So if, for example, you've been counseling people on diets for years, on that type of diets, then you've been accumulating a level of expertise, the E, and that is also one of the reasons why new domains don't rank so well in the beginning. What else? Well, we also need to consider that the authoritativeness, the A, is something that the quality raters will be checking. Once, for example, they need to see if your expertise is also authoritative, and your authority means that you have been, for example, quoted in a lot of authoritative websites. So what Google is trying to do is to rank even more neatly the backlinks that you have, so that it's not just a game of getting as many backlinks as you can, but having those backlinks as a a real token of authority to you. And this, I'm sorry, this is one of the reasons why when you have your posts, you should always have your real name on them, because the authority is built around this. So everything works in entities. So, for example, your real name is an entity. Something like what you do, be it, for example, contract law. This field, this industry is another entity, and Google needs to be able to match your belonging to that entity. So your authority in that entity. So all the content that you create should not go under a pseudonym, for example, but should go under your real name. And every post that you have should have an author bio at the end, which explains why you qualify to write this. And you should always link to the author bio, which should be fully authoritative and show why you are able to write all these things. And obviously they shouldn't be posted as admin, because if the quality rater finds all the posts posted as admin, yes, they can go back and dig and find out who that is, but we don't want to make their life harder at all. So we want to be able to make that straight connection of name and authority. And also the trustworthiness. Well, just one thing that you could consider is that everything, every reference on your page should always be backed up by science if possible. And this proves the importance of having as many external links as possible to studies and research, because this is what proves that it is trustworthy, because there is science backing up what you as an authority with your expertise are publishing. So these are just a little bit of tips that you can keep to consider and to try and think of. Yes, you know that you're an authority in that field, but how can Google know it? How are you demonstrating your authority in that field on your website? So if Google needs, again, SEO is a competitive type of game, so you need to be able to be ranking better than anyone else. So why are you more to be considered more authoritative and expert and trustworthy than this other writer, this other website? How are you showing it on your page? Let me know if you have any questions, how you saw it, and yeah, I would welcome your feedback. Bye, take care.